Andrew, do you know who Chase Young is?
Yeah, of course.
No. My point is, I don't either.
Before I said that Cade Cunningham would never be an All-Star, and I just wanted to double down on that.
Oh,
I just.
We're back
What's going
with
on
another.
with Mike's video?
I know.
Besides the fact that I just muted myself the entire intro. Welcome, Jam Pack. Glad to have you all with us tonight. All me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and Tesla Mace. He needs some time. Give him a second.
You send out a text.
My bad, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
No, you're good. Andrew just asked if there's a pod tonight, and then I saw that email. So
Every Monday,
Midwana.
unless I send out a text that says, "Can't make it tonight." He's too busy at his boys' basketball game anyway.
Oh, I think it's over with.
Finished with 8 points. Attaboy Dax.
Yeah, solid.
Way to finish on top. I love it.
Can I get the drink, please, Ben?
Oh, a drink sounds great.
Cold drink.
Gonna need one. Dude,
Are we live right now?
We are live. Hey,
Oh.
how
What
apparently Drew's really waiting for the link.
Super Bowl week, baby.
It is Super Bowl week.
Get it. Can't wait.
It has to be him.
Excited.
What's up, guys?
It was a week without football, man. That's terrible.
Like football don't count, right?
Flag football? That ain't even flag football. That was stupid football.
NFC ends up
That ain't
winning
even
76
football.
to 63. I've played in a lot of flag football games. I don't know if we got that high of a score.
Yeah, that was stupid. The whole All-Star weekend is dumb.
I do enjoy some of the side games, but
Nah. It's not football.
they need to have an actual game.
Yeah, this is like, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it. I didn't watch it.
It was it's starting to get more and more NBA-esque, where it's like not really a game. It's giving more all-stars like not to even an excuse not to even show up. Like,
Nope.
why do I even need to go? which is bad. All right, at least in my opinion. What Baker Mayfield ended up last second throw in for the Pro Bowl because Jaden Daniels opted out. McLaurin opted out. I don't know. I think we had this conversation last year, man. It's just something else needs to happen. For sure.
Totally agree. It's
And I don't even know how to. I mean, honestly, I don't even know where to start.
start with football. Let's get back to football.
Yeah, but like they tried that, right? They tried keeping the game, and that wasn't working. Like players didn't want to get hurt. Do they move the game?
Maybe they play it overseas where fandom is a little bit higher, I guess.
I think the only way, I mean, if you want an actual competitive game, you have to just increase the incentives, right? Somebody doesn't want to put their body on the line. They might be willing to put their body on the line if they're going to get paid $500,000 or something for winning the game, or you know what I mean. Like there has to be more incentives, I think, for them to want to play a real football game.
Yeah.
Why was it though? Like why that change? I mean, they used to play
Dropping viewership. It was
I
dropping
mean,
viewership.
I don't remember
and-
I don't remember the Pro Bowl ever feeling like as competitive as like a real football game. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but at least in my lifetime of watching football. But
roll the clip of Sean May taking out the punt. Brian Mormon.
Yeah.
But players are different now too. I mean, players have gotten. I don't know. They just.
Soft.
I don't know if it's soft, but it's just. No, they know how valuable their body is and where they're going to make their money. You don't want to risk your whole career in games that don't matter.
Called the preseason.
Yeah.
Right.
That too.
And if you're Kawhi Leonard, the regular season.
Honestly, he shouldn't even be paid.
And potentially the postseason.
There's a certain point where he shouldn't be paid. Honestly, the Clippers should be able to be like, nah, we're not paying you. Sorry.
You know what? They already created that bed, right, with him, and they just at this point it's their own fault. You know, it really is.
Yeah.
Before we start covering the Super Bowl, a lot more movement happening this week in the NFL. Patrick Graham gets rejoins the Raiders as their defensive coordinator, and they go out and get Chip Kelly to be their offensive coordinator there in Las Vegas. We talked about last week how Mike Vrabel took the head coaching job for the Pats, brought back a familiar face in Josh McDaniels to be their OC. Kellen Moore is expected to join the Saints after coaching the Super Bowl this year with the Eagles. But there's a couple of things that raised my eyebrows this morning. One, seeing the defensive player of the year in Myles Garrett asking to be traded out of Cleveland. Now, wouldn't be a big deal, right? Like, I get it. It's Cleveland. Everybody wants to get out of Cleveland. But I think Cleveland knew he was very disgruntled even before he got defensive player of the year. But I think it just upped his price tag by winning that. Along with that, the Rams are now shopping Cooper Kupp.
That's crazy to me.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. To me, the Rams have always had a high price tag. They've always.
I know, but why? I mean, it feels like they just paid him last year. You know.
Yep.
I don't know
Maybe
very
they're
many
trying to get
teams
younger. They
I
feel
don't know very
safe with
many teams
Puka.
that would be interested in paying that price for him at this point. I don't know how that trade works, but I just can't imagine a lot of teams wanting to consume that price tag.
It is a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot.
I don't know who takes that price tag either. I mean, especially for what is he now? He's got to be in his 30s, right? What do you? Yeah, I think he's like 31. You paying a guy that much money in his 30s? A
I'm not.
receiver at that?
Not with the amount of decline he's had too, and I mean injuries and everything plays a little bit of a part of it.
So here's the cost for Cooper Cup. If Cup is traded, his new team would inherit his $20 million
Can you
salary.
shut his camera off?
Oh, man.
He went off. He went off just to get that. So whoever
Luka.
trades for Cup would inherit his $20 million salary this year, plus and a $19.85 million salary next year, unless his contract is renegotiated. So that, I mean, that's who's got 20 mil right now.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of teams. Now, does he go in as a number one?
I mean, okay, so again, I don't know if I see Puka as a number one.
Fair enough.
I really don't know yet. You know, I mean, he's a great number two, an amazing number two. But I don't know if he gets that number one defensive scheme on him, how he's doing. So I'm a little
didn't he do it?
interested in that.
Hasn't he done it when Cooper Cup was out already?
Well, I think they were kind of injured together, if I'm not mistaken. It seemed like Cup was a decoy a lot of times when Puka went off.
He had some great. He played well in the playoffs. Puka had some like pretty spectacular plays, I remember. But yeah, but I mean, you'll never know, I guess, unless you go for it.
So it's all about money. I mean, that's obviously.
I know a lot of GMs that said that. You never know until you
Can we
just go
get to
for
the
it.
Super Bowl talk already, or are we just gonna sit here and talk about
Yeah.
robberies, legal robberies?
What's on the Super Bowl headline besides Saquon getting hit in the head in dodgeball?
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
He was one of the last ones to be out, and just gets belted in the face with the dodgeball.
Why was he playing?
I have no idea.
That's fantastic.
I hope he has.
It would have been even worse if he would have went into concussion protocol from that shot.
Dude,
No,
that would
like,
be nuts.
now I know it's rigged. You would have saw the odds change dramatically. But outside of that, like what's happening so far? I haven't heard of any major developments. Have you, Mike?
No, just Roger Goodell saying there's no shutting all you guys up.
Who believes Roger Goodell? Come on. Nobody believes Roger Goodell.
I'm tired of the talk.
I just want a fair game.
Nobody's giving Patrick Mahomes his due justice.
Oh, I'm giving him his due
thing?
justice.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yes, we are.
You're a hater. Everyone's a hater on the Chiefs. I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl in your garage by myself. So I don't gotta stare at freaking Luca over here.
Look, we have a what I
All
sent you
right,
guys
Mike.
that I sent you guys that stat. It's by far one of the craziest stats um I came across of last week, and I'm gonna read it straight. So since 2001, there have been 125 playoff games where the offense was down 7 or fewer points with under a minute left in the game. 40% of the time, the offense pulled out the tie or victory. So they either came out with a field goal to tie the game or they scored a touchdown to win it. And of that 40%, as you would guess, Tom Brady was in that mix, obviously considered, the GOAT. But he was only 5 for 11. So he only pulled out that victory about 46% of the time, which is good, which is really good. Drew Brees was also in that mix. He was 3 for 6. So 50% of the time. There is only one player that had a better percentage. And that was Patrick Mahomes. And he went 7 for 7. He is 7 for 7. That's 100%. So honestly, if the Eagles are winning this game, they would have to flat out dominate, because if you're leaving it within one score, that's not good odds for you. Patrick Mahomes has got some tricks up his sleeve. Now the whole combination with him pairing with Andy Reid is just unreal. Unreal. Gives it an even whole different disadvantage when when you have Spags as your defensive coordinator as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you got Andy Reid, Mahomes, the refs. I mean, it's a really good recipe for success right there. So no, but in all serious, I think I'm gonna be rooting for the Chiefs too, actually, the Super Bowl. I don't know why. I'm not like a huge Eagles guy, so I like Andy Reid a lot. And I don't think the Eagles are gonna beat them, honestly, but we'll see.
I'd welcome you into the garage, but your Luca comments have already made me dismiss you.
No, I'll be loud and proud on the couch. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
No shame.
I want to say Spagnuolo is the only. Where is he at? He is the only coach. What does he have now? 4? He's got to have 4 now, right? 4 Super Bowls. Let's see. Man, dude, even his head coaching career is crazy. Anyways, I have read that he had the most Super Bowls as just a coordinator.
Wow.
Because it's what does he have now? 2 with the Chiefs, 2 with the Chiefs, 1 with the Giants. And I swear there's one other one in there, but I can't remember which one it is. I try to save all the stats, but I can never remember where I keep them. Does not bode well for Philadelphia when the mayor of Philadelphia is getting up behind the podium and saying, "All right, let's cheer for our home team. Everybody with me. EGLSES Eagles."
That's an old clip though.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's an old clip.
That's not good.
Probably tired, Can't be the best of us.
Read it. Just read it. Don't act like you're a fan. Just read it. That's just too much. But Super Bowl should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping it's a close, fair game. Is what I'm hoping for. I mean, that's all I necessarily care about. I could care less who would.
It's going to be
No,
23-20.
if Mahomes wins, you're gonna say it's not fair. So there's gonna be one
No.
call that made it
See,
not
the
fair.
only
Yes,
way that
you
I would
are,
say
you are.
it is not fair is if the whole game is going one sided. That's the only time I'm ever like, okay, come on, man. This is I'm a Raider fan. We're used to getting penalty calls against us because we're used to playing dirty football. Whatever. It is what it is. Like, I get it. I don't sit there and like, I'm not one to like blame the refs for doing, for calling games. However, if the dude is holding in front of the ref and there is no other thing that he could possibly be looking at, like there's a pass interference right in front of the guy. Like, I used to harp on my guys all the time. Like, dude, okay, yeah, you held him and you usually get away with it, but you did it right in front of the ref. Like, you're giving him the straight view of you illegally holding. Like, come on. You got to be a little bit smarter than that. Right? So one of my old coaches used to say everything's legal until you get caught. Right? Offensive linemen hold all the time. All the time. Okay, and that's what they're taught. They're taught to hold. They're taught to get underneath your shoulder pads and hold you like this. Now, if they keep you within the frame, it's completely legal. As soon as they get outside of the frame that's when it starts to get objective. Okay, was he outside the frame? Did he actually hold? Was the defensive player trying to get away from it?
That's exactly the point of like you guys sending single clips of something going on. Like,
Hey, you say you guys.
yeah,
I
you
didn't
and
send a
John.
single. Yeah, who's not here?
It's all right. You sending the clips. Oh crap! You got your Laker gear on too. I can't even do this.
I've had my
podcast.
Laker gear on.
Yeah, I
I
know,
didn't
but
go
your
off
microphone was
screen.
blocking it, so it was great.
Can we just we do need to talk about some NBA stuff since Mike's
No,
bringing
we
it up.
don't. We don't. So you need to.
The Spurs trade.
This is. It's not right. It's not right that you guys pull up little clips of things missed in the game. I'm saying you could pull those same clips up on the other team. It's just not as obvious. It is what it is. Like, you gotta win, and even if it's boxing, man. It's you go to the cards. You leave it up to the judges. You can't leave it up to the judges.
Exactly. That's what I'm
You
saying.
need to beat the champs. They're the two-time defending champs. The only team ever to win 2 Super Bowls and make it back to a third.
Let me rewind it like 2 minutes ago when I said if the Eagles are going to win, they're going to have to flat out beat them by at least 2 or 3 scores. Because if they leave it down to 1 score, there's no way they're winning that game. If they let the Chiefs hang in there and keep it within 1 or 2 scores, like, you're not winning that game.
But,
Because you can't leave it up to
Which
the
is why
refs.
they're
You
not
can't leave it
gonna
up in any sport.
They're just not going to win. Like, to me, the Eagles, they have to score 30 plus points. That's their only chance. They have to score 30 plus points to win.
It almost reminds me of the Seattle Super Bowl where they beat Peyton, and the defense just went off and got like literally every bounce their way, and it was won by like 40 points.
Yeah,
I'm like, there's just no chance you're winning this game, right?
So yeah, Eagles got to score 30, and but I just think Andy Reid and Mahomes, they just managed the game too well. That's why what did you say, 7 for 7? Like, the way they manage the game, manage the clock, they just know how to get the last drive and win the game, and not give the other team a chance to come in and score. So if you're not going to score 30 plus points, then I don't know. To me, I just think the Eagles have a way bigger challenge than the Chiefs do. The Chiefs just need to go in there and play their game, and they'll win. So,
I mean, and it could very well be they're just going to get out coached. I mean, I'm going to be flat out honest. Like, you You don't draw up your your fanciest blitzes and throw them at them in the first quarter, right? You're waiting on it. You're keeping this in the bag. Okay, well, when they line up in this, in this formation, they like to keep. They don't have anybody blocking their backside. Okay, duly noted. If they ever do that in the fourth quarter, when I need it, fourth and third and short, fourth and short, whatever. That's when I'll pull it out. I'm like, you don't call plays like Dan Campbell would. Up by 30. Trick play. What?
Can anyone?
Yeah, I mean, it's in all fairness, yes, you could call fouls on both teams. Like, I get that. And I'm not saying that they're winning games because of the refs.
You kind of do.
No,
You
I just
kinda
wish
do.
you would stop whining about it. Like, what are you whining for? You don't have enough Super Bowls? Is that it? We go, what are you whining for? You're winning the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's you guys are too much. Not enough credit given to Patrick Mahomes.
I think Patrick Mahomes has received quite a bit of credit in his career. I don't know about you, but I've heard a few good things about him. So I wouldn't say, but I hear your point. Like, the Chiefs are just playing good, and it's pretty crazy. Third Super Bowl in a row to get to is amazing. So
I mean, think about it. A lot of it has to do with the coaching, for sure. They had a dominant defense last year, won the Super Bowl. Get rid of their top cornerback. Got rid of him. Traded him over to the Titans. Right? Still have a top defense. But you don't get that if you're a schmuck as a coach.
It really doesn't matter who they put in. They really
do a really good job of developing. Like, that's why they're dominant. And does it really matter who they draft? I mean, like, all we ask you to necessarily do is catch the ball when you're open, because we will get you open. Like, that's and you only got cut because you kept dropping the ball. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
So, I mean, their coaching staff has done a really good job. I'll give them that. More than the Eagles' coaching job. Now, I don't think Nick Sirianni gets enough credit as he should. I know he gets booed on a lot. What up, bro? I know he gets booed on a lot by fans, by Eagles fans, especially after what they went through last year, right? And then, we don't want him as a coach, and then he gets him to the Super Bowl again. Like, from what I understand, the players who play for him love him. Like, he's a great players coach. I think somebody had said that Sirianni had called him into his office to talk to him, and he's like, "Oh man, shoot, I think I'm in trouble." And he's like, "No, I'll come back into your office." So he shows him into the office, and Sirianni sat him down and was like, "Hey, I just wanted to check in on you. I know last month you were having a hard time because it was either his dad or his uncle or whatever was sick. And so it's he's like, I just wanted to check in on how you're doing. Can we do anything for you? Like, it was more of a checkup on
how he is,
on his well-being, which is great. I mean, like, you see me more than just a dude that's just gonna block for you. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right. So I do know that, regardless of what the public may think about him. So, I think Drew's done for the night. I think he's in DC. He's in
Oh, that's
DC this
right.
week and needs to go to bed. Dude, you're in
Yeah,
DC? I had no idea, bro.
I forgot, dude.
All right, my guy. Have a good night.
We might be cutting it short then, man.
Might be cutting it short, unless you really want to get into the NBA.
Nah, I'm good.
We
on
can
that.
talk about the second trade and not the first one. I know the first one kind of hurts you a little bit.
I stopped watching after that first one. Nothing matters.
The most recent trade is De'Aaron Fox got traded to the Spurs to pair up with Wemby in a multi-team deal, sending Zach LaVine over to the Kings. Now, if you look at both lineups, man, on paper they look solid. I mean, it reunites Zach LaVine and DeRozan together out in Sacramento, along with Sabonis and shoot,
The kid from Iowa.
yeah.
I know who you're talking about. 3-point shooter.
But it, from the looks of it, right? It looks good. I mean, Harrison Barnes still there, right? But it gives Wemby another playmaker. So you're looking at, Chris Paul, Stephon Castle, Wemby. I'm like, who do you guard? Like, I don't. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of any of the matchup nightmares.
How long is
these guys.
DeRozan signed for though? Because I mean, at the end of the day, I think they're 10th in the West, 11th in the West, 12th in the West right now.
Right.
So
They needed a boost for sure, and I don't even know if that. I mean, you got a little bit older, right? Like De'Aaron Fox is younger. I don't know why you would have given up the younger talent, but Malik Monk is still there.
yeah, I know it was kind of when they got DeRozan. I know they were having issues with De'Aaron Fox over there in Sacramento, and I like De'Aaron Fox. I thought he was a real good player. So
yeah, so
I
did
was
I.
actually a little surprised that they were willing to get rid of him, but or sacrifice him, I guess you should say, but
It's a little weird to me. I don't know. I mean, you have Sacramento starting five right now: Malik Monk as their point guard, then Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and then Sabonis. That's their starting five.
a good starting five.
They got Doug McDermott coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean
Sure.
the Lakers starting five is terrible, so they're not going to be good. They're not going to be good for the foreseeable future.
That's okay. They need to think about the future and not. I mean, the way that their roster
Honestly,
was
they need
built.
to trade LeBron. I mean,
Right.
They really do. I don't know why they don't. So it makes no. If you're gonna make that move, why not just trade LeBron? And I think he's got the no trade clause, so I guess that's a pretty big reason why you wouldn't. But they basically gave up on this season because I think Luka's hurt right now too, right?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. So
what's crazy to me is like, so. I mean, I get it. Let's get younger. Let's do that. The roster as it is, I know after beating the Celtics, they were like, "Oh, well, is this a championship team?" Even I'm like, "No, we're not even built to beat Denver."
yeah.
I'm like, we can't beat Denver for the life of us. Like, we really talking championship? We can't even get past anybody in the West.
Yeah.
So. And I know Drew would bring up an argument about, oh, well, we beat them in the bubble. I'm like, they didn't have Jamal Murray in the bubble, so come on, they didn't have their full squad,
Yeah.
and it only made them stronger when they ended up getting uh, freaking what's his name?
Morris?
What's that?
Morris?
No, no, the dude from the Magic. Sorry, he was supposed to be like their next.
You're talking about the Nuggets?
I'm talking about the Nuggets.
Huh.
That he was supposed to be like their all-star. Come on, help me out. Oh, Aaron Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Aaron Gordon. They were trying to build a team around Aaron Gordon out in Orlando, and that didn't work.
Yeah. No.
But then you take an all-star, like, I mean, he's still a good ball player, right?
Yeah.
What, Blake Griffin 2.0?
Basically, all effort. Jumps out of the
Effort
building.
and dunks, man. I mean, that's all. But that's all Denver needs.
Yeah.
Defense, effort, and dunks. That's all they need. They don't need you to be the top scorer. No.
True.
They got Jokic for crying out loud. I don't know. To me, it was just we definitely don't have weirdo. Hey, what's up? Yeah.
What's up, weirdo?
we the way our roster is built right now, we definitely wouldn't be able to compete or even make like a deep run. We're not winning a series. We might win 1 or 2 games, but we're not winning a series against anybody.
Right.
So I get why you go trade for somebody younger, but at the same time, what's up? At the same time, you know, I know everybody's hooting and hollering over the trade.
Yeah.
They hit you pretty deep.
I don't want to talk about it.
Outside of that though, like I don't know. NBA is still doing NBA things. It honestly just seems like the Cavs and OKC are just completely dominating. I think they're both 40-9. If I remember right, they're both at 80%, above 80% winning percentage. I think Boston and Knicks are 2-3 in the East, but then you got the Grizzlies and the Rockets at 2-3 in the West. I mean, Denver's 4, Lakers 5, Clippers 6, but they're all close.
Yeah, it should be a good second half to the season here in a little bit, but for now, yeah, I'm not very happy with the NBA. So,
Speaking of NBA, Jimmy Butler informed Golden State that he would not be re-signing with them if he did get traded to them. So those trade talks stopped.
what is up with Jimmy Butler, man? That's you guys just shutting everyone down right now. It's kind of crazy.
I guess I don't want to play there. I want to play here. I don't want to play there. I'm like,
Yeah.
So you're limiting to what?
You do realize you're not a
Celtics?
free agent, right? Like, I mean, he does know this.
Hey, who's excited for the Super Bowl? What? I am definitely excited for the Super Bowl. I think this will be the first Super Bowl I'll watch and not necessarily care about the halftime show. To be honest with you.
I do not care about the halftime show either.
I'll be eating. I do hope though. I read a stat about the ads for the Super Bowl now are around $8 million per ad spot. $8 million, dude. That's
crazy.
wild. That is so wild. Having that said, Super Sole, what's up? I hope the Chiefs lose by 1 point. Ooh, glad to see you, Super Soleil. Hope you're doing well. I do hope that the ads improve. I know like they've kind of progressively gotten back to the whole. I mean, like that was like the highlight.
Oh yeah, I used to keep the commercials. My wife used to sit down and watch all the commercials.
This
Love
is
it.
great.
Yeah, little Budweiser frogs,
And then at one point,
Doritos. But yeah, there were some good ones.
it was, it got bad. Like there wasn't a single funny one. I'm like, are you serious? What happened to all these commercials? I think slowly they're starting to get better. I'm hoping we get some good ones this year.
Yeah,
Got to
I
get
agree.
something, man. Got to get something.
I agree.
Yes. Yes, Super Bowl, Super Soleil, make Super Bowl ads great again. Let's go.
I like that. I'd rock that hat.
Yeah, exactly. Put that on a t-shirt. Send it to me. Let's go. I love it. In the comments, what's your guys' favorite Super Bowl meal? What are you guys cooking for Super Bowl? What are you eating? What's your favorite thing to eat for Super Bowl, Tesla?
Wings.
What's your guto? Wings?
Wings, yeah. Gotta have wings. Gotta have guacamole, some chips. Everything, man. Everything.
So
It's a
you're
one
more
day window.
you're going more finger foods?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
finger food.
Definitely
Maybe a little
finger
like
food.
chicken. My sister-in-law makes this like Asian chicken salad or something with like the
Oh, okay.
ramen, and it's
Yeah.
pretty good. Um, just that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't sit down and have a meal. It's just something I got to go up and get and eat between commercial breaks and come back and watch what's going on.
Not spit out your food while while you're yelling
No,
at the TV.
no, I don't want to do that.
Where's the flag?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be super into this Super Bowl like last year, so I should be okay. But yeah,
Miss Baga make Super Bowl ads great again. Oh my gosh. Little bro, what are you eating for Super Bowl? Where are you watching Super Bowl? Is Super Bowl happening at mom's house? Super Soleil, what are you eating? Anyways, it should be a good game. I'm excited for this game. I'm usually excited for the Super Bowl because I just genuinely want to see a good game. Now, what I
yeah,
don't want to see is a flat out blowout. Like, I don't want to see one team just completely dominate and, it not even be close. Like, if it's done in basically the third quarter, I'm like, oh, come on, that was lame. Ooh, Brobo's making crispy gouji. Okay. I don't think it'll stay crispy by the time you send it down here to California, but all right. He's got to go. See you guys next week. All right, weirdo. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. You looking forward to anything special for Super Bowl, my guy? Besides coming to my house? Yeah, for sure. All right. And we're back. Okay, so essentially, what we're looking at doing is we're going to be changing up some of our format for the next couple of weeks. Uncle Drew, who just left, is in DC. He kind of left the live earlier today. If you are interested in viewing some of our NBA content, he is going to be heading that portion up, and it's going to be, I'll leave the link for that page in the comments. And I'll link it to our page so that you guys can see it. But it'll basically be jam-packed NBA ramble. And he'll be doing a lot more of his NBA insights, usually on a daily basis. He likes to go on walks, so he ends up doing some shorts on what he thinks about Luka getting traded to the Lakers, and AD getting traded to the Mavs, along with some of the future trades and games that he saw that week. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit him up, and I'm sure he'll be doing some lives as well. For those still tuned in to us, make sure you subscribe to us at JAMM Podcast and click on that notification button to view us live. We're live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We also will, and I'm looking into it, we also might be streaming live during Super Bowl as well. You might be able to see some of our genuine reactions and insight while the game is happening. I know we won't be able to actually show the game footage, but you'll be able to see kind of our commentary. Until then, make sure you guys are taking care of one another. Stay safe, be kind, and we'll see you guys next week. Later, Jam Pack.